morning. Hey, good morning. Hey. I could do that all day. There's a delay that makes it look like, okay. Good morning. Doug Grace. How's everybody doing? Monday. Well, I'm looking, I'm seeing, I'm watching, I'm observing. No, I'm reporting. No, I'm letting you know. I'm telling you. Are you watching? Because I sure am. You've been watching my posts? Still grinning? Okay, well, let's work on that, shall we? How's everybody doing? Oh, let me do this. Slide over here and turn on the old computer, which I didn't do. Been watching the news, of course. Everybody's on the news. Everybody's watching Ukraine. Everybody's watching Russia. Watching Putin. Watching me. Watching you. Watching them. Watching us. Watching. Everybody's eye is on the caucastic ball. Focused like laser beams. Waiting for the next whatever. Because this dude is stone cold crazy and out of his goddamn mind. But an instrument of the Most High God? Absolutely. But I digress. As I log into my computer, let me share with you my thoughts. And turn a little air. So, here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. I'm a nice guy. I care. Can you feel the care? Can you feel the warmth? Can you feel the love? I do. I love, I care, compassionate. I am an empath, for God's sakes, folks. A hioka, in fact. But I got some adjusting I need to do. I have some adjusting I need to do. When this all jumped off, I thought, damn, Putin just picking on them poor people. Minding their damn business, not bothering a soul. You know, going to McDonald's. Hitting the Instagram, you know, tweeting, doing all the things that we do. You know, just chilling like a villain over in Ukraine. Putin lit it off, and I'm like, man, is he okay? Does he need a hug? Then, let me tell you what happened, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Got a little education. Got a little insight. Talked to a few friends of mine, watched a few YouTube broadcasts, got into some serious TL ministries, listened to Brother Yakoba itemize the fucking receipts on these motherfuckers. And you know what? I come away with a different understanding about what's going on today. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. This is just the opening salvo. This is just the first shot. This is the opening move. This shit ain't checkers. They're playing chess. This is Kasparov, baby. And every Hebrew within the hearing of my voice had better turn to and stand at attention. Get that goddamn grin off your fucking faces, and let me tell you, don't shed a tear. Now, let me explain. The folks that are having all of this horrendous activity happening to them, well, let me just tell you, perhaps your sympathy is ill-placed. Perhaps the sorrow that you feel for the victims might be misplaced. Perhaps there's more to this than we'd like to admit. Well, let's break it down, shall we? We've just watched as people left at the train station. Man, you ever thought you'd be left at a train station? These are your neighbors, your friends, your buddies, your pals. These are folks that you work with, you work for. Under some perhaps rare circumstances, even they may have worked for you, but let me tell you something. They're getting their asses clear. They're getting on them trains. They're holding you back. They're telling others to come forward and get to safety while you are left there to fend for yourselves. Unable to go back, unable to go forward. there you stand, and stand you will. Now, doesn't escape me, brothers and sisters, Hebrews, Negroes, one and all, that if we happen to be standing there and those individuals left at the station, if there was a choice between us and them, well, I guess it would be us left at the train station. Have no doubt the affinity is not there for us in their eyes as well. Don't think that because we watch them left at a station, they look at us and appreciate our sorrow. They do not. They think as ill of us as any oppressor. Though left at the station, though resembling us, they are not. And they too have an opinion about Hebrews. Remember, folks, two opposing thoughts can occupy the same mind safely. It's okay. It's okay. But let's look at things as they are. Did you see my live from yesterday? Kind of broke things down. What's going on? Folks are getting a reckoning. There's plenty of punishment to go around. We're going to start with those who profess to be Jews but are not. We'll move to the Romans, and then I'm sure we'll eventually get the British. And of course, after that, well, we'll see what we can do about the Portuguese. I just don't know how they're going to fit into this, but okay. Oh, you don't know what's going on? Payback's going on. Don't look with sorrow. Look with awe. Understand where you sit, where you are in history right now, in the midst of prophecy. At this very moment, as I speak, they sit around a table looking each other in the eye. Enemies. Mad at one another as we simply observe. Expecting no peace, because we know, as they say, peace and security, sudden destruction is upon them. So all of this is in prophecy, prophetic movement forward. Hebrews, steer clear. Don't take a side. Don't feel sorry. Don't feel bad. Hey, don't feel good either. No schadenfreude. I believe an indifference needs to come to bear. Understanding that where we sit prophetically is smack dab in the middle of everything. Waiting until they turn their attention to us. You do understand that all of this is just a distraction. At some point, Jacob's trouble will come into play. And then it will be our turn. Good morning. How you doing? Good opening. I like it. Yep. That's what I do. Folks, clock is ticking. Time is turning. Future heads to us. Do not try to avoid it. You will not make it. You understand? The choice is before you right now as we speak. Some of you are taking the side of ancient oppressors. Some of you, as I was, confused as to how we should view what's happening. What we should do is fall back and take everything in objectively. Study. Compare what's happening to biblical history, to prophetic history. Ignore the noise around you. You know, they're everywhere. They don't want us discussing these types of things. You understand? Very well. Good morning. How are you doing? All right, so you know the drill. You guys know what's up. I mean, it's vigorous. It's getting interesting. I understand. And, well, you know, shit's going to happen. But as Hebrews, as those who are awaiting that which will soon occur, it's our job to purify ourselves. That's the message. Purify yourself. Repent. Fast. Cleanse yourself. Cover yourselves. Act accordingly. Be respectable. Be respectful. Don't be the caricature they want us to be. And for God's sake, stay the fuck out of their goddamned faces. Now, what the fuck do I have to tell you? That's all. Bring it in. Gather unto yourselves. Get the fuck out of Babylon and stay the fuck out of their goddamn faces. They don't mean us any good. Not a goddamn bit. Now, you can look at it as it is, or you can look at it as you hope it to be. It's your fucking choice. Let's do this. Black news. The order of the day. Suspect charged after white man uses racial slur before assaulting black woman in Akron's Highland Square. And he had a gun, and he decided he wanted to assault one of us, a black woman, a female, a woman who needed our protection. And they always go after our children or our women. They never really come at us head on. And when they do, well, it's us to blame. Isn't that interesting? And what is it with the fucking, what are you getting back in the fucking public now? You don't know how to fucking act? You feeling your goddamn oats or some shit? What the fuck is this shit? You feeling rowdy? Hebrews, listen to me. Don't get in anybody's faces. No, listen to me, folks. This is 11 hours ago. This is reported 11 hours ago. Suspect charged Andrew Walls, 26, possessing a firearm, intoxicated, using racial slurs toward one of our women. You shouldn't have been alone in the first place. And I want you to understand that deadly combination of caucasity and alcohol will bring out all the receipts you need to see. You hear me? Now you stay the fuck out these folks' faces, man. You understand? Dear God, you'd think this had happened in the 1950s. What's going on with him? So this dude got some alcohol in him, got a firearm. He's in public. He's been drinking and suddenly he's in his fucking feelings. He sees a sister and determines he wants to act out. Still grinning? Interesting. Well, interesting. How a new newsroom plans to inform and empower black Americans. Oh, dear God. I don't even know what to fucking say. All right, folks. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Hold on. This one's good. Fox 13 News 360. It's 9 hours ago. The black experience in Utah. I don't even want to fucking know. Let me tell you something. The black experience in Utah. This is from Fox. Oh, dear God. The black experience in Utah is horrible. That's what the black experience in Utah is. Oh, let me explain. The black experience in Utah is a fucking farce. It's phoniness. It's one pretense after another. It's fake ass motherfuckers in your goddamn face from one fucking moment to the other, grinning and cheesing. Wrapped in the falsehood of false Christianity and right in your face 24 goddamn. I would not live in, near, or around the state, the vicinity, the territory of fucking Utah, folks. The children who go to school in Utah evidently are taught that they should harass black children to the point of suicide. I don't need to move to Utah. And I certainly don't need to read about the goddamned black experience. I'm sure it's through. All right. Anyway, battle health inequity during Black History Month and beyond. Will you please? Oh, is it today? Today's the 28th. Oh, dear God. I'm so glad it's over. We put it behind us, only 366 days to Black History Month. Fuck. Being a black African-American nurse is hell in America. I've heard stories. I've heard stories about caretakers and healthcare workers having to deal with the racist sentiment of those old fossils failing and exiting from this mortal coil. I don't understand how I've heard that people choose to expire than rather have us even assist them in extending their miserable fucking lives. Is that true? Anybody in their feelings yet? Trina, how you feeling this morning? Everybody good? Kicked anybody's ass out yet? I hope so. Please. You're not welcome. Okay, so yeah, I understand black nursing. That's horrible. Harvard Divinity School professor discusses black church arson. Why? So folks, they burn down black churches. What are we discussing? It's the thing they do. So it's an old hat. It's not really, we don't have to discuss it. The hatred, the vile, the evil within causes these insecure, demented, short-minded idiots to burn, of all things, churches. I don't know what churches may represent to them in their mind that may threaten them, but perhaps it's because it's a gathering place of Hebrews, and that's just the perfect place to disrupt our very lives, our spiritual lives. So you got to understand. Listen to me, folks. I want you to frame this shit. What kind of sick bastard burns down a church? What kind of psychological effect, what kind of twisted dementia must you suffer to consider in your mind that you would firebomb, of all places, a church, a house of worship? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? You think terror isn't really right unless it's on a certain level, and so castration, burning alive, hanging, all of these things, but in it you must pepper the circumstance with an occasional firebombing just to make sure the terror is complete, right? And then you want to get your fucking asses in my goddamn live to run your fucking sucks about my observances of your history. You know, that history you want to cancel. I mean, this is critical race theory all over the place, isn't it? I mean, me talking about firebombing churches, the history that we've had to endure from these beings. I don't really understand why they get in their fucking feelings when we want to talk about it openly and amongst ourselves. Perhaps if the topic is too much for you to bear, you might find elsewhere to go. Otherwise, brothers and sisters, stand by. Student find empowerment, comfort in Black History Month. Which students? What students find empowerment in Black History Month? What the fuck are you talking about? How do you find empowerment in a goddamn phony ass month named for us but seemingly for everyone else? How the fuck how does Black History Month empower you? What are you empowered? You're empowered by what? What are you talking about? Is this what we're raising? See, let me tell you something. This is why we got to get our kids back home. Not only must we bring it in, our children must be brought in. I mean, dear God, what are you fucking talking about? A month can't empower you. Shut up. Jesus. Oh, Black Americans are living longer and generational wealth comes next. Here's why from CBS News. You wonder why they losing their minds. Oh, dear God. We're living longer and the generation. Oh, Jesus. Please stop printing this shit. They're already in their fucking feelings. What do we just keep itching the bear? The bear just like, what the fuck are you doing? You'll have a bunch of these motherfuckers read this shit, decide they're going to make up some fucking swords and fucking shields and bust themselves down into a U-Haul and they've already done that? Oh, well, forget that one. Ohio Black legislature's energy agenda includes fairness for all ratepayers because black people are paying higher for power than anybody else. So that's what that implies. Please don't discuss the Black Joy Parade. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I just don't. A Vegas education advocate honored during Black History Month. They're honoring us They love the struggle, man. What is it with the fucking struggle these folks love? I don't get that shit. I mean, they really, really, really love to watch us struggle from all their handiwork. They think it's just a hoot. I mean, they'll fucking name holidays after the very motherfuckers they assassinate. I need you to understand just the slap in black people's faces, just the idea of Martin Luther King Day to exist in the face of the fucking facts. You serious? So you made that shit a federal holiday in honor of your handiwork. Boy, let me tell you something. You motherfuckers are good. You motherfuckers got some balls. Wow. And then you handed us Juneteenth like you giving us something. While at the same time getting in your feelings about being taught the truth about your history, and so now wanting to cancel critical race theory while your children petition to bring back slavery. What's wrong with you motherfuckers? And you're fantasizing about the fucking Confederacy while your counterparts fantasize about, I don't know, fucking Russian USSR. You motherfuckers living in the past so goddamn much the future escapes you and is leaving you empty motherfuckers behind. Seriously. I mean, if I can't catch you dressing up in Confederate gear, running up and down the fucking wilderness pretending that you in the Civil War, then I gotta deal with one of you motherfuckers that can't escape from 91 and shit. What the fuck? You motherfuckers need a goddamn hug. I mean that shit. Look, man, Putin need a hug, dog. Need some interaction. Really, what they really need, look, you really need some brothers around there. Tell you, wait, Poot, what up, P? What's happening, dog? It ain't like you think, partner. Nobody gives a goddamn about you, man. Ain't nobody thinking about you, man. Why can't nobody go up to Putin and tell him that right to his motherfucking face? Hey, man. Ain't nobody thinking about you like that, partner. Nobody gives a fuck about you, man. Or Russia. Oh, they just don't. Now they do. All right, fuck it, I drift. All right, I don't even want to read that one. Aramark recognizes black leadership and excellence. So you promoted some people at the company at Aramark, and now you want to praise the fact that you've given black people the chance to be excellent in your company. Is that what you're doing, Aramark? I mean, I appreciate it and all. Just fucking give me a raise. I don't need your fucking award. I don't need your dinner. I don't need applause and shit. You know what? What are you paying me now? What are you paying me now? Add 10% to that with a growth promise of every 5 years, same amount, and we can go away with the fucking dinners and awards and laudits. You motherfuckers want to give us all the wrong shit. I mean, what the fuck what are you trying to offer us? You trying to placate us and shit? You want us calm the fuck down now, huh? 2019 came and went and we ain't shut the fuck up since. Now none of you motherfuckers getting peace, huh? Huh? I bet some of you motherfuckers living, some of us doing lives right now at 7:45 in the morning trying to hold your pillow over your fucking head. Can't get no sleep. That's right. You did this to yourself. Oh, I can do this all morning. Don't fucking get in your feelings. Just get the fuck out. You know, we don't need you in our conversations anyway. Detrina, when you're kicking them out, suggest that they go watch what's happening over in Ukraine instead of watching me. Your eyes need to be watching what's happening over there with your folks. I mean, this is blackness here. We just brothers and sisters talking. We chopping it up. We commiserating. We just kicking it. And we don't need caucasity up in here. We just know y'all can go. No trip, we good. We be all right. Y'all got business to handle and whatnot. I mean, here, there, everywhere. Y'all gonna be busy for a minute. You know what comes afterwards? I don't even want to discuss it. I mean, if you motherfuckers think you mad now, boy, I haven't even got to get into it. I mean, come on, man. Black History Celebration in Collier County returns after 4 years. Why? What are you celebrating? What are you celebrating? What are you celebrating? You know, the trip is they live with this shit every day. They don't understand what's going on with them. They don't get why they feel that they have to interject in our conversations, why they feel they have to be heard in this one. It's almost an invitation to mind their fucking business is a trigger to them. It's an interesting concept. You know, brothers and sisters have heard enough. We don't need to see anymore. The proof's in the pudding and we have the receipts. I can read them all fucking day. Give me a goddamn break. It's the pretense that I reject. It's the pretending. It's the bullshit. It's you running your fucking mouth telling me how wrong I am and how right you are and how we all need to get along. No, you need to get the fuck on. And that's just real. 100% out there. I mean, you got problems that supersede this. We just brothers and sisters talking. And you know, it's interesting. I want you to think about this. If a white guy was doing what I'm doing, would there be a Detrina kicking us out of their conversations? Would we be banging on their goddamn conversational door, trying to be heard so desperately because we're all in our feelings about what they're talking about? Would we even give a fuck? The fact that they are so intent on being here, looking at me, lets me know the insecurity is real. And it's all around you. They're everywhere. And what they're doing here, Detrina, kicking out these uncontrolled, undisciplined, ill-mannered, I guess, you know, they have a mental midget mind. I mean, you know, they can't help themselves. A black face, a black voice, unchecked, is a threat to these weak-minded motherfuckers. Good. Get the fuck out. Good. You're going to have so much more to worry about in the future. So much more. You don't have to worry about Doug Rice. I'm not here to bother you, man. That's not my deal. You know, I'm talking to my brothers and my sisters. For those of you that just feel you gotta be in this black conversation and know you don't belong here. You don't like the fact, you know, I'm looking at the Sicilian girl. What the fuck is Sicilian girl doing in this conversation? Why would anybody want to interject in this conversation that don't belong? Don't you have any business, motherfuckers? Aren't there folks that you like, you can look at on TikTok? Why are you putting me in the threat of having to pay workman's comp for this woman's thumbs? Done some math. This is going to cost me thousands. Detrina, switch hands. Hey, switch hands. I think I can make a case. If you're only using your right thumb, the left thumb is there. So you sitting there talking about, workman's comp, it's not personal. Yeah, switch thumbs. Switch thumbs. That's all you got. Hey, I'm writing that down. I'm not paying thousands. Stay out of here. You don't like what I'm saying. Get out. Don't make Detrina work so fucking hard. If you don't like what's being said, leave, motherfucker. A lot of this is going on. What you gonna do? Jump from room to room to room to room to room? What you gonna do? Jump from room to room to room? All of us are talking. You just happen to stumble in this room. We're all doing this. We're all doing this. Brothers and sisters everywhere. Just refusing your bullshit. You know, telling you to go fuck yourself. Take whatever you want to say and shove it up your fucking asses. That feel good? That feel good? It does. It does. All right. Black-owned coffee shop perseveres. Good. Restoring Idlewild, Michigan, historic vacation spot for black people. This was a place of refuge and relaxation. I wonder the terror that they would have to suffer day in and day out, the risk that they took in creating a place for us, by us. I can't even imagine the vitriol, the hatred, the fucking malice they hold for everything Negro progressing. If we begin to talk to ourselves, amongst ourselves, and for ourselves, what they seem to understand that is to be an affront toward them, as if we give a fuck about them. You know what I mean? When we start caring about ourselves, concerning ourselves with Negro business, and inviting others to tend to their fucking business, it's almost like it catches these weak-minded fucks by the throat. And they just can't seem to keep themselves under control. Here's something that's interesting. What Detrina is experiencing, what I'm experiencing, what all of us experience, as these beings make themselves known and she has to kick them out, is that this is the threat we suffer and can expect from them in the real life. And it really only takes something real simple to trigger them. Remember that these same people she's kicking out are your neighbors. They're all around you. And look at them, uncontrolled. They don't know what to do. They're mad. They're angry. They're taking everything that I'm saying personally. That's a problem. That's a serious mental problem. And that is going to bite us in the ass later. You can't be around folks that can't control their mouths. Because if they can't control their mouth, they can't control anything else. And if they expect us to keep quiet so that we can be attentive to their delicate sensibilities, well, they can kiss my black ass. I'm not gonna censor myself for them, for anyone else. And the fact that they don't like the fact that we speak freely, the fact that they take exception to me speaking like this, tells me everything I know. Look at all the receipts that keep passing by as she kicks motherfuckers out. You know what they do? They keep making shit and trying to come back in. What is it? Is it rejection? Is it rejection that fucks them up so bad? Is it us not wanting to hear a fucking thing they have to say? Is it me telling Hebrews to keep separate and apart from Gentile heathen motherfuckers? Is that a problem? When I tell you to cling to God Almighty, to await the kingdom, and to ignore those who are your oppressors, to pay these creatures no mind, to remember we were never meant to be amongst them in the first place. And I'm certain so many of them are inviting us to leave. They don't know their own government, do they? You don't even know their own country they love so much. Telling people, if you don't like it, you can leave. Let me tell you something. We can leave till you let us go if we wanted to. You know, this country was built on the backs of black people. You talk about, and what trips me out is they look at me like, you need to be grateful. You should be grateful. You should be grateful that some Portuguese and British, Roman fucking progeny got together and built the country that you so love. But prepare yourself. It's about to become a desolate wasteland. So you want some coals heated on your head? Everybody ain't getting all Brody about what I'm saying. Yeah, well, the United States is going to be destroyed. Now, you got bigger problems than worrying about what's coming out of my fucking mouth. You might want to read your Bible and try to get right. And the only way that's going to happen is listening to folks like me. And I know you ain't going to do that because your pride, your head's so far up your caucastic asses. You think you know it all. You're here to teach it all. And really what you need to do is shut your fucking mouths and be quiet. We've heard enough of you. And shut the fuck up you will. Any more need to leave? Okay, let's continue. Anybody else? Good. I think, I think we're making some good progress here. I mean, we filter out the riffraff. We get rid of the idiots. We let them know, listen, if you don't cling to Judah, you're fucking done. How about that? It's through us you might survive while you're talking all that shit. And it's that point in time you realize that shit. I hope most of you make it. I do. Because you're going to be eating a mile of crow. When you find out the very black folks that you hate so much are the ones you need to cling to save your sorry fucking asses. Now that's irony. That is. All right. I love this column. Dear black woman, you got this. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Don't try to relate to us and shit. Shut the fuck up, man. Jesus, man. Shit trips me out. Okay, members of the Missouri Black Caucus. The Missouri Black Caucus, are you fucking serious? Do you know about the state of Missouri? Damn, I didn't even know they had a black caucus in Missouri. Shit, I didn't know they had black people in Missouri. I didn't know that Negroes were permitted in Missouri. I mean, they weren't permitted in Washington State, right? Sundowner towns in Oregon, right? This is them. This is them. This is why they get all in the feeling, because I'm sitting there telling you. They've had a thing about us for so long, and you just can't get over them. Blah. Poor, weak-minded folks. Wow. I can't imagine one of us going in a TikTok live run by one of these proud boys and us just back and forth. So shut up! Don't talk about that. Not one of us wastes our goddamn time talking to these people about their racist sentiment. So what makes them think I'm interested in listening to a fucking thing they have to say about their perception of me? You really feeling yourselves? Every one of these motherfuckers that she has to kick out is really kind of feeling themselves and how they have to police black voices. They feel the need to be heard when it comes to this conversation, huh? You ain't welcome. And there's nobody listening. I can't even read the fucking writing. Kick him out, Tina! Do this shit all fucking morning. Don't give a fuck if you mad. Are you mad? Are y'all mad? Just think how we feel. Having to put up with your fucking asses all this time. Now we're done. Now we're telling you to go fuck yourself, and, well, you too divided and distracted to really deal with us, so you just need to get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? For Donald Trump to take the fuck over and really show you what racism is. Feels good. All right. Battery's at 5%. How's everybody doing? Yeah, long and strong in their fucking asses all morning. Get that fucking grin off your faces. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You are not obligated to hear anybody out. You are permitted to walk the fuck away and out they faces. Turn your back and leave. You don't have to listen. You don't have to be interested, and you don't have to be polite. You're free. All right! I'm out of here, folks, with 4%. Going down fast. I hope everybody had a wonderful time looking at me. I hope my detractors, I hope the oppressors, I hope you motherfuckers are turning beet fucking red. Because this is everywhere. This is black people everywhere. Come here and get your therapy. Think if you can work it out. Yell and scream as Detrina kicks you to the fucking curb. You got a lot to pay attention to. Don't pay attention to Doug Rhymes. Shit, that could be your demise. Good morning. All right, folks, I'm out. Y'all have a good morning.